TIFU I thought a cute guy was ghosting me, only to find out I was actually ghosting him. I was at a party 2 weeks ago, where I only knew 2 people. When in walks this guy who immediately gave me this really big smile, and I thought he was so gorgeous. We ended up talking in the same circle and he introduces himself. We start chatting and quickly find the circle around us has disappeared and it is just us. He is so smart, his smile is outrageously cute, and I love how he seems laser-focused on me instead of one of the many attractive women that have now joined the party and are talking about their cool rare dates. As the night wore on, I found myself talking to various different groups, but each time this guy would appear again and we'd end up just talking to each other again. Someone who neither of us knew came up and said we made an attractive couple, and I realized somehow in the span of 2 hours we were already acting like a couple. It wasn't just being sexually attracted to him, I felt so comfortable around him and he was so attentive to my needs. I told him offhand I had allergies to the dog at the party. Hours later when I started sneezing he immediately knew why and moved us outside. His smile was the thing that immediately caught my attention, but it was the thoughtfulness that made it so. At the end of the night, we catch an Uber home together and end up kissing. Before the Uber drops him off I give him my number. Sunday comes, don't hear from him.
Okay, I get it, we both got home at 4 a.m. and I too just want to sleep the day away.
Monday comes. Silence. Tuesday, even more silence. I know I've read how it is uncool to text a girl immediately because you want to seem super cool and wanted, but we're both in our mid-30s and, I hoped, realized these mind games are bullshit. If you like someone, text them when you can. Life is too short to be with people half interested in you. Wednesday comes and I'm a mixture of angry and over it and insecure all at the same time. How dare he lead me on like this? Well, I guess I'm glad I only wasted one night on this asshole. Was I not pretty enough? All these thoughts raced through my head and coalesced into me typing his name and workplace into Google to see if I can find him. Turns out, he was incredibly easy to find. I was planning on just looking at him because I missed his face, but I accidentally clicked the link that brought me to his LinkedIn page. Yikes. Now he'll know that I stalked him, which made me feel even worse. Greater than less than I probably looked crazy. Velp, since I was already on his page I guess I'd look at where he had worked. Maybe he wasn't really interesting and I'd feel better about him ghosting me. Nope. Turns out he is not only very smart but also humble because his resume listed a dozen different cool jobs, impressive schools he's attended, things he's worked on. Great, I probably wasn't impressive enough for him. Not 30 minutes later he friends me on LinkedIn, but seemed surprised that I was reaching out. He had evidently texted me that night, and again the next day, only to not hear anything back. I had ghosted him. And this is how we found out my fuck up. When I gave him my number, turns out I was off by a digit. Turns out, tipsy me isn't so great at typing or proofreading. If I hadn't been a creepy LinkedIn stalker, it could have been months, if ever, before we would have seen each other again. Right now we're laughing about it and setting up our first real date. Wish me luck, Reddit. TLDR thought a cute guy was ghosting me. Turns out, I gave him the wrong number. Fixed my fuck up by using my cyber stalking skills, and now we're going on a date. Can't believe sliding into someone's LinkedIn DMs actually worked. That's why I include skills like listening, back rubs, and long walks on the beach in my LinkedIn profile. I know you're being sarcastic, but you'd be surprised how often stuff like that pops up on us/LinkedIn. Lunatics. Congrats on the most wholesome TIFU I have ever read. My wife and I started dating under similar circumstances. We talked all night and I didn't ask for her number because I thought she was out of my league, but she called me a few days later after getting my number from a friend of a friend. 18 years later and we are celebrating our 15th wedding anniversary today. Also, good luck on your date, I wish you the best. My brother Facebook stalked his dental hygienist and sent her a message but didn't get anything back. A month later, his dental hygienist Facebook stalks him, and when she goes to message him, finds a message already there that didn't go to her inbox because of her privacy settings. They have a 2-year-old now. This sounds suspiciously like how I met my husband. Party where he walked in, locked eyes and gave me a big smile, hours talking, people thinking we were a couple, etc. minus the ghosting, but he did wait 4 days to call me. Jerk. Smile. We've been married for 20 years. Just saying.
TIFU by coining a phrase that ruined my wife's desire for sexy time. Let me just preface this by saying my brain has a constant internal conversation moving at the pace of Aaron Sorkin level dialogue, and I blurt out stupid pieces of this dialogue from time to time. On to the FU. I am recovering from a rather nasty sunburn from a recent camping trip, and I'm at the fun stage where I am peppering the insides of my clothing with skin fetty from all the peeling. My wife has noticed, and had ample opportunity to make fun of, my burnt white ass, but hasn't noticed the peeling yet. Well, as we are getting ready for bed, I noticed she had just washed and changed the sheets. I think about the disaster my back could leave on this, and elect to put down a second sheet to sleep on top of. As I am doing this, my internal dialogue starts discussing what's worse: copious amounts of visible dead skin cells in the bed, or crumbs if you decided to eat something like crackers in the bed? I wonder. While I'm pondering this hypothetical, my wife asks me, "What are you doing?" Me, I'm putting down an extra sheet. Her, why? At this point I'm oblivious to her coy smile, and I'm guessing now she may have assumed the extra sheet was for sexy time to keep the new sheets clean. Me, you know. Just in case. Her. 4. Now my brilliantly stupid brain light bulbs a way to describe my peeling sunburn. Me, my skin crumbs. Her. She told me she had never dried up faster to any other combination of words and phrases than she had just now to the phrase skin crumbs. She went straight to Ben Shapiro's wife in the desert status. Although I was slightly amused to how averse someone could be to a combination of words, I am deeply regretting the sexy time it cost me. TLDR, peeling bad from a sunburn, thought to call/describe my peeling skin crumbs, and my wife's libido immediately shut down. As someone with severe plaque psoriasis, I hereby declare the name of our flaking skin be forever changed to skin crumbs. This will be applicable to any skin conditions where skin crumbs may apply. My mom has it and refers to the flakes as fish food. Why is it that skin crumbs is turning my stomach, but I thought skin fetty was a brilliant description? Skin crumbs implies they're edible. As a wife, the comment would definitely be a turn off, but the fact that you put an extra sheet down to prevent the new sheets from getting dirty would turn me on. So would it create a neutral mood or a sexy mood? Yes. Epidermis flakes sounds like a breakfast cereal. Part of a complete shedding. Shed fast.
TIFU by accidentally getting high in public. This actually happened yesterday, but I was too stoned to post it. I, 54F, was running some errands yesterday, and since I don't own a car, I was using public transit. I went to the local strip mall for my first stop. While waiting on the bus, I felt a migraine coming on. Not fun, but I'm usually pretty prepared. I carry a small tin of meds just for this reason. So I found an Imitrex to take. At the advice of my neurologist, I also take a muscle relaxer at the same time. Only I didn't have any with me. I figured maybe a CBD gummy would help, since I usually take one to help with my arthritis. Didn't have any with me, but I went to the smoke shop in the mall and bought a bag. They weren't my usual, and I was in too much pain, with the impending migraine and my arthritis, to care about much. So I eat a gummy, catch the bus and go to my next stop, Walmart. So I'm shopping in Walmart, using one of the electric scooters because my arthritis is killing me. It was also really entertaining. Feeling weirder and weirder. When I was finished my shopping, I went to wait for the bus to go home. No more migraine at this point. The longer I sat there, the weirder I felt. At first I thought it was my blood sugar dropping. I'm not diabetic but have a history of low blood sugar, so I ate a glucose tablet and a piece of banana bread from the bakery. 10 minutes later, nothing. Now I'm wondering if it's from sitting in the sun and heat, so I drink some water. I've been waiting on the bus now for 20 minutes. The bus comes and I have a hard time of walking straight, but I figure sitting in the AC of the bus for the 15-minute ride home will give me a chance for my blood sugar to normalize and maybe for my body to feel better. The bus gets to my stop and I somehow manage to get off the bus without falling over because now I feel 10 times worse. Dizzy. Lightheaded. Tunnel vision. Really fuzzy and I swear hallucinating at this point. My apartment is a block and a half from the bus stop, but I managed it. Stopped to lean on damn near every tree, light pole and traffic sign in the walk. Definitely not walking in a straight line either. Make it home, up the stairs almost crawling, and into my apartment. Drop the groceries on the floor and make it to the couch. Now my daughter 28F is worried because I am really not great at this point. I'm scared too because wow do I feel funny. She wanted to call an ambulance but I told her to give me some time to see if I feel better. Fall asleep on the couch because I could not keep my eyes open at this point. I wake up about an hour later. Still not feeling right but it's getting better. Now I want to know what the hell has happened so I start going over everything I did after I left home. And with the exception of the gummies it was all stuff I'd done and taken many times before. So I find the bag of gummies and do some research. Thank the gods of the interwebs I did before I decided to go to the ER. Delta 8 gummies. In my pain I bought a bag of gummies based on the flavor without asking the cashier the difference between the regular CBD gummies and the Delta 8 ones. I was simply high. High. I went shopping in Walmart while high. I walked the block and a half home from the bus high as a kite. I'm just lucky no one called the police on me for being obviously impaired. TLDR I bought the wrong kind of CBD gummies and accidentally got high in public.
Hey. I love you. Thanks for watching. I hoped you enjoyed this Reddit audio story. It would mean a lot to me if you could like and subscribe, or better yet, leave a comment about one of the stories. Thanks and I hope you have a wonderfully fantastic day. XOXO.